locations are my most favorite kind of sets. I just think it's so exciting to be able to shoot in places that people have never shot before.
In making the Bourne movies, we always end up going to at least 2 or 3 relatively exotic locations in each one.
You never want to repeat anything that was done in the earlier franchise. You're always looking to push the boundary of the action in terms of geography and setting.
We're in Kananaskis, Alberta, Canada, and this is where we have chosen to have all of the locations that take place in the Yukon.
You gotta love working in Alberta. Hardest working crews.
That location presented a lot of new challenges we'd never had before, the cold and wind and snow like we had in the higher elevations. And we had to shoot in the middle of nowhere.
Right here? Yeah. You step out. Right here.
Canada. It was a very difficult location to get into, very difficult location to prep. A lot of people had to hike in. There was a limited number of people who could fly in. We had a very limited schedule to shoot there, and there was really no room to fail.
Action! So you expecting something?
We're currently at the cabin site, which is in a big valley alongside a riverbank. And we got approval to build our cabin here and also to explode our cabin here.
Really good. Yeah, man.
We set the 4 cameras in position, got them all barricaded and protected, and then we went hot and blew up the cabin.
Ready, and action!
There once stood a cabin here this morning, and now this is all that's left.
Canada was challenging in a way I had just not anticipated.
Rob, are we close? Hook them up? What's the... You're in a good spot, Jeremy? Yeah. I'm gonna take the ladder out? Yep. All right, here we go.
We got out of there in time and we made it. And once we had done that, the company was so exhilarated. You know, the core people that were going to have to go on to Manila, we really felt that we had some real momentum and there was nothing that could stop us at that point.
When we started, we didn't know where the last act was going to happen. We didn't know what the geographic location was going to be.
Pat and I went to Jakarta, Ho Chi Minh City, which is Saigon, and Manila to see which one would work for us the best. Manila was the one place that really had, you know, this great look, this very Bourne-ish, gritty look.
When they scouted, they needed something different. They wanted to see our culture, they wanted to see our markets, they wanted to have a city by the water. Of course, they wanted to find out if there was an infrastructure for filmmaking.
The biggest strength that we found in Manila was that they had a history of making movies, whether it was Apocalypse Now, Born on the 4th of July, Platoon. They actually knew what it was like to do.
3, 2, 1, go!
The Philippines has played almost any country, Thailand, Indonesia, Vietnam, Panama. It's only now that we're filming Manila's Manila, which is great for us. It's a chance for us to be shown.
Manila. She took American 167 to Manila. She landed 45 minutes ago.
For the first time, you really get to absorb the vibe of Manila. All the Spanish influence, the American, the Chinese.
In Manila, there's the jeepney that is modeled on the American military jeep. The great thing about them is how they're painted and how they're finished. And they're definitely in our movie.
We've been filming in parts of Manila that many people I've met who live here have never, ever been there.
These are not places people go every day. And the fact that it is real and the fact that we're close and in your face really gives a perspective that you don't find in the guidebooks.
Everything's been written for the actual locations. Being on the rooftops and wandering around there for 3 days and seeing everything that's up there. You're really writing into this street, that door, this alleyway, that bridge, you know, that road, that market.
I'd like to start over there. Okay.
And we were actually able to find some new things to do based on what Manila supplied.
That was very good. We should get there. Let's come off these tops, your eye line, and go deeper.
We do a rooftop chase that, frankly is not new in the action world. But it's like for the first time we see a guy climbing a wall that's, sprouts. It's all rebar.
3, 2, 1, action! Good.
Then he's running from rebar to rebar, to leap across the alleyways. There's bundles of power lines going everywhere. So that became an inspiration for something you see in the movie, where it's like he actually runs one of those power lines to help him negotiate this rooftop course he's running.
One thing we did in Manila was a fight in this set called the Chasm, which was this very, very narrow space between two buildings.
So at 22 inches is probably the narrowest set I have ever worked in, and maybe the narrowest set in the history of movies. There is an escape hatch.
We did wire work with Jeremy, and we just basically did a gold tail drop on him. And so we set a low mark, we had a high mark, and we just let him go in there.
Okay, we're set, ready, and 3, 2, 1, go! Normandy!
Nice.
The whole journey from the top of that roof all the way down to the ground is quite impressive. Just the sheer amount of cameras that we had set up there. And the way Robert and Tony and Dan have thousands of extras, and we're doing our action within that. That's something I think that'll be unique to this film.
The thing that you came away with from Manila was not just how great the locations were and how perfect it was going to be for everything we're going to do, but the people there are amazing.
You see these gorgeous people with the biggest smiles on their face living in squalor. There was never an issue with the amount of chaos that was around us all the time. It was quite tremendous.
We could really go for what we were going for because the population was so cool and made it worth it to dig into those locations. It's been such a rush to do this.
And we cut!
We blew things up, and we fought with wolves and went on all those rooftops. There was a goal line every single day, and we got through it.